back in 2005, 2006, we were on our last dollar. And in fact, we got a emergency $25,000 grant, not a grant, but to do a project for a fellow progressive organization, Brave New Films, and they saved basically our entire existence.
That was 07. It's amazing that you're bringing that up because that was a memory that I wanted to bring up. The fact that they carried us at such a difficult time when TYT could have completely gone under.
Yeah, that was Robert Greenwald, and he's a legend. He's fantastic. You should check out Brave New Films. He's a wonderful human being. And Jim Gilliam used to work there. He's passed away since, but he was a genius on the progressive side, and we appreciated his help. He's actually the guy who built the original second Wilshire studio where we started doing video.
Oh wow!
Because I was at so Brave New Films has helped us immeasurably through the years. Just in like little spots. Those two things help more than anything else. And so Jim and I were at a diner after a Brave New Films event, and I was like, hey, because remember we started as Sirius Satellite's first original talk show. We were on the radio, right? And I said to Jim, look, the point of the Young Turks isn't to stay on radio. I want to do online video. That's why I set up the company in the first place. He's like, so why don't you do it? And I was like, I don't know how, okay? And I have no money, right? And he's like, oh, I can fix that. Not the money part. He's like, it doesn't cost much. I'll show you how to do it. And I was like, well, that's nice. So that's the first Wilshire studio. That's where we just did radio. That's me and Ben from back in the day. Look at that old school TV up there. That's my old.
Dave is in the reflection.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's Garofalo that we were interviewing at one of the conventions. That's probably the 04 convention.
And really fast, I think people should understand that it was more difficult to do online video back then. Like now, anybody with a phone and internet connection has a show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that back then.
No, when I was on a gym at that diner, YouTube did not exist. And when we first started putting up clips, we were putting it up on like rando places like Yahoo Messenger, AOL, whatever, right?
Star Hip Hop.
Well, that came later. MySpace, we tried it all. Like no joke, that's exactly what we did. And so what I found out later about Jim is that he was the lead developer at Lycos at the age of 23. And he was chief technical officer of another giant digital media, digital company at the age of 25. So he was a verifiable genius. So he came in and he's like, oh yeah, no problem. Here's the cameras we buy, here's where we set it up, and boom, all of a sudden we were doing online video. We're like, this is what I always wanted, that's amazing. And then guys, now to your generosity, even before the 25,000 came in from Brave New Films, you guys saved us. Because we started the membership program. Honestly, I think we invented Freemium back in 2005, where we said we're gonna give you everything free, but if you want it conveniently or if you want more, sign up and support us through membership. And then Air America, we're giving way too many details here, but that's part of the point here, I guess. Air America said to us, hey, we were their morning show. We're thinking of canceling the morning show. We want to move you to the evenings. Evenings on radio suck. It's not afternoon drive, it's evenings. A lot less people listen to it. And so we thought they were trying to like play politics. So we're like, no, we're staying with the morning show. And then a little while later, they were like, oh, okay, then it's canceled. I'm like, God damn it, I thought they were bluffing. And so, but they were very nice because they owed us some money because of the contract, right? And they said, okay, you know what we'll do? We'll let you stay on air and keep plugging your website. Good luck with that, kid, okay? And so that's when we started plugging membership because we're like, we're gonna run out of money and we're gonna have to shut down. We were not at all bluffing. We were like, had like 37 bucks left, right? And you guys saved the day. And then that happened several times again throughout the years. And that got us to the tiny bit that saved us for a little longer. And then we got out of that hole through membership. So that's why when I say we do the show with you guys and you guys help to make the show, it's not 1% exaggeration. I remember another time a guy walked in with a switcher. He's like, this is how you switch between cameras so it's not awkward. And we're like, okay, where do we pay? He's like, just take it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Who was that guy?
It's some wonderful Young Turks viewer from back in the day. I remember, we're so OG. We were the first ever YouTube partner channel, okay?
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. And that has led to some conspiracies about how, oh yeah, YouTube is, planted the Young Turks or whoever planted us. None of it is true, right? And so, but I remember thinking, oh my God, one day we might be able to make money from YouTube. This is amazing, okay?
This little thing called YouTube.
Yeah, and as it turned out, that was the case. But until we got there was almost no way to make money other than membership. So that's why we had a tiny little team. We barely paid ourselves, barely. JR had to work at Radio Shack.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fabulous.
So, all right, I've talked too much, even though I've had went on many different strands and forgot a couple of the endings of those stories. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.